Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and today on Figure Finds and Unboxing, I'm unboxing my last Ringside Collectibles haul of the Black Friday season. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. All right, I'm back and I am ready to get everything out of the box. I have a ton of stuff. Most of it, I've waited long enough that I have forgotten what's all in here. I am going to get it out of the box. I'm going to show you there are a few things I would like to talk about that are new to my collection completely. And then I did get some stuff to use for customs. But other than that, I don't have much left to say. So I'm going to start getting everything out of the box. I'll start off with the stuff that I have for customs. I have a couple of Angelo Dawkins Elites, and these are obviously nothing new. They were very cheap. I'm going to be using these for a couple of Elite 3-minute warning figures. I have a Rosie and an Umaga figure. I'm going to use the head scans from. I'm going to fix those up as needed, and I'm going to make 3-minute warnings. If you don't know who that is, they were like Eric Bischoff's heavies for a little bit during the Ruthless Aggression era. He would bring them out. He'd tell people they had a 3-minute warning, and then they would come out and they would beat people up. So I'm going to be using this body to make 3-minute warning. I already used an Angelo Dawkins to make my Elite Rosie, so I figured I'd just do it again. I picked up a couple of these really cheap. Next up, I've got a couple of the Elite 85 Bray Wyatts. I have Mustafa Ali, whoopsie, and I have Buddy Murphy. And like I said, all these are going to be used for customs. You know, I suppose I don't need to talk about how I'm going to use every single one of these for a custom. Obviously, you guys will see eventually. Whoopsie. But all of these were super cheap, so I went ahead, I picked them up on Black Friday, and we obviously don't need to review all of those. They're just super cheap. I don't think any of these were over like $5.99 when I picked them up, which is awesome, which is ridiculous, but I got a lot of new stuff, so I'm not going to waste any more time with these. I'm going to move these off the table, and then I'm going to get out the new additions to my collection. Next up here, I have the Royal Rumble set. It was super cheap. I wanted to build a Doc Hendricks for sure, but I was not sure about all of the characters in the line. I thought the Priest looked really good. I thought the Vader was a nice upgrade. The Brie Bella itself, I think, is fine, but it wasn't what I was super excited for. But then Rey Mysterio, Ruthless Aggression, I was all about it. So as cheap as this was during the sale, I hopped on it. But that's next. After this, we have another set. So not only did I get the Royal Rumble set, but I also picked up the Survivor Series set because I just have an incredible weakness for Build-A-Figures. So we've got the Becky Lynch. I'm trying to get everything out of the box here. Drew McIntyre in his old debut look. And then obviously we've got AJ Styles and the Ultimate Warrior. And this is the thing with these Build-A-Figure sets. Chances are it's not all going to be new characters, I mean, none of these guys are new. The Ultimate Warrior's newer looking. We've never gotten this attire. The Becky Lynch looks cool. AJ is just another AJ. The Drew, like, they're all upgrades, but I'll take a better look at them when I get them out of pack and see if they're really worth just getting if you're not getting the Build-A-Figure. Like, I just can't resist Build-A-Figures. Last but not least, these are some that are just ones I wanted to pick up. Obviously, they don't belong to a specific set that I was trying to get or complete. They're not custom fodder, but I wanted the Shawn Spears, I wanted the Ilya Dragunov, and the Hulk. Hogan figure is not for everyone. A lot of people aren't so happy about getting a ton of Hulks, but I thought it was really cool. I like the bandana. It's a different look for Hulk. And then the Jake Hager, I did not care for it. I'm not going to get all of the Inner Circle figures with their jumpsuits on, but he was $3.99, and these head scans are significantly better than his first figure we got, so I figured what the heck, figured I'd pick it up, and I didn't have an issue. I mean, it was cheap. What the heck? So I'm gonna get everything out of the box. I'm going to unwrap everything. Gonna unbox everything so you guys can see everything in its entirety, and I'm gonna put the Build-A-Figures together. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I'm gonna round out the video with a few thoughts about some of the stuff I picked up. So you can see I didn't unbox the stuff I plan to use on customs. I did actually have an extra T-bar, so I had 2 T-bar figures in my box, because I forgot how much I ordered. Especially the custom fodder I'm ordering, I don't really keep track. I'm just like, oh, super cheap. Everything's like $3.99 and below, so I just went ahead and picked that up. I'm just gonna start left to right, give a few thoughts on some of these figures, and we'll be done with the video for today. So Vader, I think is a great upgrade. The double jointed arms are obviously really nice. The new head scan, so this is the first scan we've gotten with the mask molded, and I think it looks fantastic. I love the Rey Mysterio. I did think that the mask looked kind of weird when we first showed it, or when they first showed it to us, and I don't know if it was San Diego Comic-Con. We saw it somewhere, and I thought the mask looked weird, like the I don't know what the things on the side, like the bird looking things, the face. You guys know what I'm talking about. These on the side, I thought these looked kind of weird. Where like I thought they stuck out a lot, and like you can see they kind of do, but in person I think the mask looks way better than I was expecting. So I love that Rey figure. The more ruthless aggression Rey figures I get, the better. I have no issues with that. Damian Priest is not a repaint. It's a completely new figure. The legs are molded. They like molded on those pads, and then the vest is new. The like there's no knee pad. The purple one has knee pads on it. This one does not. Everything's molded on. So I would like to get the Halloween Havoc. He wore like a Sting attire, so I think that you could just repaint this and get that Sting attire. I mean, it was pretty simple, just thinking off the top of my head. Like I think it was just kind of like the black pads, and then he might have had a design along the side, but that'd be an easy repaint. I could see that happening. I just don't see them making these molds and then not using them again. The Brie is just there. If this was in the regular Elite line, I wouldn't even have thought about picking it up. It's a fine upgrade with the new arms and legs, but it's basically a repaint of the, I think, SummerSlam Brie that we got, and even that one sat on shelves forever. I wasn't excited when I saw this. I'm not a huge Bellas fan, but I mean it's a fine figure. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just leave it at that. The Doc Hendricks is really cool. It's not a figure I ever expected, but I knew Michael Hayes as Doc Hendricks. I was born in 1992, so like I grew up watching New Generation, then Attitude Era, and I always knew him as Doc Hendricks. And I don't know why he went by Doc Hendricks, not Michael Hayes, because he did eventually go by Michael Hayes in the WWF/WWE anyway. But I think it's a cool figure. It just looks exactly like he did at the Rumble, so I really like that as the Build-A-Figure. I think the Becky Lynch is really cool. Not necessary. I think I swear we're getting another Becky with this mold, but now I can't remember off the top of my head. The head scan, I think it's fine. I think it works, but I think it's a cool Becky. Just again, not if it was in the regular Elite line, I probably wouldn't pick it up. But you're gonna get that with the Build-A-Figure sets. The Keith Lee back there, nothing new, just that different attire, but I still like that. The legs I always get on my Keith Lees are a bit loose, which is kind of frustrating, but maybe Jazzwares will do him a little more justice as far as that goes. Rick Rude is awesome. I honestly don't remember which head goes to which, but I will be displaying him with DX. The Drew McIntyre again fine. It's a small upgrade. We got new arms and the true effects, but really nothing crazy there. We got the entrance coat, which is cool. The Ultimate Warrior and Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. I really like those figures. Out of all the Build-A-Figure figures I had to pick up, I like those the most. I do like the Vader, but again, I don't know if I would have picked him up by himself, just because I have the other Vader, like Elite 31, and I think that one's fine. But this Ultimate Warrior, I think is really cool. He's got like this. He's got the silver boots and silver tassels, and obviously he's got the double jointed arms. But he does have like some tassels molded on the side too of his tights, which is just different from what we've gotten. So I think that's really cool. Here we go. There, like you can see, I think that's cool. I always like different stuff like that. And then the head scan, I think we've seen that before in like the Legends Hall of Champions, maybe. I don't remember. I'm not a warrior completionist. Just I got a lot of warriors, but not a ton. So the Hogan, I just have on the Hulk Rules bandana. I'll probably display him with that with his war bonnet on, but again, I mean, nothing crazy. It's Hulk Hogan, but I like this scan. I like the bandana. I like the different looks for him. So I'm not one of the I'm not someone that's going to complain about Hulks. I think it's cool to get a lot of different attires. The AJ I really like, but again, it's just we have so many black AJs with blue, with red, with light blue, that I know MDT, My Damn Toys, he always talks about getting like an actual red attire AJ, and I don't know why it's taking so long. Like, he does have like even he's got his black attire with the white accent, like white and gold. I think he wore it at WrestleMania. That would be really cool. But it just feels like we're getting the same ages over and over because it's just black with a different color scheme on top of it. But it's still, I mean, it's a fine figure. I don't dislike it, just kind of same old, same old. I'm pumped for that Ultimate Edition. That Ultimate Edition in white is going to be magnificent. Everything I've seen so far, that looks beautiful. Jake Hager, it is what it is. I think he's way too big. He's just like super bulky. His feet are like skis, like they're humongous. But I paid $4 for him, so whatever. Sean Spears, that figure kind of surprised me, honestly. From what I had seen of it, I thought he was a little bit bigger, and scale wise, I think he's better than I expected. But then Jazzwares are typically a little bit bigger. But anyway, sorry, I was getting a little off my thought there. I like the Sean Spears. I don't know if I said Shane. Sean Spears. I like that figure. It turned out better than I expected. And then lastly, Ilya Dragunov. I mean, it's just kind of a plain figure. I think that's the problem with a lot of the UK guys. We don't see a lot of them, and they're not like big flashy personalities as much as some of the characters we get, like the Rey Mysterio there, or even the Hulk Hogan with the with the crazy face scan, or like we have New Day. So like even if you don't know New Day, they're super colorful, and I feel like we just don't really get that a lot with the UK wrestlers, and now a lot of them are gone anyway. So I mean, who knows who else might get a figure. We did get like the Noam Dar basic, but I think it's a good figure for Ilya Dragunov, just not something crazy that I think is really going to fly off the shelves, but that's okay. I like filling out my roster. I'm never going to complain about getting some of those deeper roster guys like him. Anyway, that is going to wrap things up for today. If you like what we're doing here, please like, share, and subscribe. I always appreciate it. If you want to watch any more of my unboxing and figure finds videos, you can click the video on the screen currently. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure Dude, out.